Today, we are diving into a hot topic that's got a lot of Liverpool fans debating at the moment. And it is Arne Slot's statements about Liverpool's Premier League success. Now, what he said was that Liverpool had only won the Premier League twice in 30 years. He also went on to say that Liverpool being knocked out of the Champions League last season might be one of the reasons why Liverpool had the success in the Premier League that they had. Now, this has got a lot of fans now calling for his head, saying that he either needs to step down, just walk away from the club, or for the directors now to step in and fire Arne Slot, or they are saying that it sounds like he's making statements to get himself fired. I want to take a pause there because I don't think that that is quite where everything's at. I don't even think that what the Slot naysayers are saying is actually what he's trying to communicate. So I'll attempt, this is not an apologetic attempt, I'll just attempt to give a little bit of light on the context in which he said some of those things. And the first thing I want to ask is, was he wrong in what he said? And fact is, he wasn't wrong. Only 2 titles in 30 years. But it comes on the back of the statement that he made, that he said Liverpool fans expect Liverpool to win every season. And they've only actually done 2 wins in 30 years. He then went on to say that one of the reasons why Liverpool performed so well in the Premier League last season might have been the fact that they got knocked out of the Champions League by PSG. So there might be emphasis on that. Changes, I think, a lot of what people out there, the naysayers, are actually saying he communicated. Now, do I necessarily agree with him having said that at this time of the season? No, I don't. I don't think it was the right thing for him to say. Do I also believe that it was necessary for him to say that? Once again, no, wasn't necessary to go out and say that. We need to be focusing on what's happening in the league this season. That's the only thing the manager should be focusing on, and it is solving for problems that we have at the moment. Anything else is noise, and with a fan base who is in panic, who is not happy, and he not building the type of relationship with the fan base, as we've seen managers have done in the past, that I think just exasperates the sentiments and feelings that fans have, the negative feelings that fans have with him making statements like that at the moment. So even though he's factually correct, Liverpool have only won 2 titles in 30 years. But on the back of last season's performance, where we performed really well, and then acquiring, half £500 million worth of talent, we expected Liverpool to perform even better. We had the top goal scorer in Mohamed Salah in last season, and we've got Alexander Isak, the second highest top goal scorer from last season. And we would have expected massive goal differences, threats all over the Premier League, and we thought that we would really be able to keep the other teams, and especially Arsenal, at bay. And the picture that we have in front of us is nowhere close to that at the moment. It is a very, very difficult time for Liverpool fans, and a lot of fans are rightfully very, very angry at what they see and what they are experiencing at the moment. But with that said, I'm not part of the Slot out crowd yet, even though I believe that there are many areas where he could be performing well. I still believe that stability within the camp is what will fix this. So bringing in a new manager now, even if it is Xabi Alonso or Steven Gerrard or one of the legends of old, that's just going to come and unsettle the team as it is at this late stage in the season. And bringing in a new manager and finding a new structure and a new way of playing might get or extract some fantastic run of form from some of the players, and you might see a drop in others. You're again going to have that imbalance that we have in the team at the moment. And I don't want to be ignorant of the fact that we also have an injury crisis at the moment. And one of the solutions I believe that should be explored by Liverpool is going to the academy, having a look at the reserve players and bringing them in. Now, I've asked for this in my last video, and I'm very happy to have seen that they brought Amara into the squad. That is what we need. That is one of the solutions that Liverpool have at their disposal to actually make some meaningful impact, instead of pulling some of your best midfielders out and playing them at the back, or having Curtis Jones look really confused as to where he should be playing. Is it right back? Do you want me in the middle of the park? That should not be happening. So I believe that Arne Slot could be doing a lot more and a lot better in those areas. And I believe some of the solutions are looking at the reserves, bringing them in and giving them a run. I'll say it again. Trent Alexander-Arnold wasn't ready until he was given a run on the field. Gerald Kwanzaa was not looked at as an option until a push came to shove and we actually needed to use him, and all of a sudden he looked fantastic. And I think that is definitely one of the avenues that should be explored. But coming back to Arne Slot, and while I'm not quite Slot out right now, I still believe that he can turn things around. I still believe that there is something there, and if it clicks well enough, we could see Liverpool play in the Premier League the way that they are playing in the Champions League. And that, when that happens, I think we'll be singing to a very, very different tune. I also just want to draw your attention to this. A couple of years ago and a couple of seasons ago, there were many of the Liverpool fans who were FSG out. They wanted FSG as far away from Liverpool Football Club as possible. And now I think they're singing a different tune, because FSG has stepped up in a greater and a different way. And I think that that is what we can see, potentially can see, with Arne Slot, but he needs to start getting things right. For that reason, I can't be Slot out. I'll leave you with this thought. I watched a couple of content creators and, all panic. Massive channels, massive content creators, all panic. We need to go to market. I tell you now, if we don't go to market, we're not going to have a centre back and a right back, and absolutely crazy. To those fans, I want to say we've got to be careful about what we say, because it just seems like you are exposing yourself as someone who doesn't truly know what Liverpool is all about, how Liverpool functions, how Liverpool looks after its staff and especially the managers, and how Liverpool tend to be very reluctant on overspending in the January transfer window. So, yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. Are you Slot out? Are you Slot in? Do you think that there was a certain context in what he had said that was actually just missed a little bit of nuance? Or do you think he was actually clear? And do you think he was absolutely wrong? Let me know in the comments. And we are nearly at 100 subscribers. We've got 2 more days to go, 6 more subscribers to get there. And you and I can definitely do that, because you'll never walk alone.